Hello, everyone. This is Rick Latona, and this is the Latona's Open House presentation of slideshop.com. I am joined by Toke Cruz. I hope I pronounced that right. He is the founder and principal behind this and the seller. Toke, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome, Rick. Thank you for letting me.
Yeah. Um, so we're doing something a little different on this one, everyone. Normally I build a presentation myself and then walk the seller through it. But in this scenario, it's the seller who's in the business of building presentations. So I thought we would just and normally what I do is I ask the seller to send me some material to use in the presentation, but Toke just went ahead and sent me an entire presentation, and I don't think mine would be prettier than his, so we're just going to use his. So everyone knows, if when you ask questions, please ask the questions using the GoToWebinar software. I will see the question and I'll read the question out at the time it's appropriate, or at the end of the presentation if I know that there's not going to be a section on it. With that, Toke, I know I'm driving and I'm the one that's clicking. You're going to have to just tell me when you want to advance, but why don't we start out by you kind of just telling us all, the history of this whole thing and about yourself and why you started this business.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Rick. My name is Toke Cruz. It was pronounced correctly. I started out SlideShop in 2009, and it was a smaller site at that time. But today we have between 100,000 up to 150,000 users, unique users every month. And what is great about SlideShop is the very stable revenue, and we have a high profit margin. And our product is probably one of the best and one of the products that has the highest quality in regards to professional PowerPoint presentations. One advantage with slideshop.com is the simplicity. At the moment, we don't have a marketing team running slideshop.com. We have a few consultants or outsourced resources that run the AdWords campaign and do a little SEO. Every month we add between 10 to 30 new designs in order to keep the database or the design database updated. The reason why I want to sell the company is because I have 5 other startups and I'm not focusing on SlideShop anymore. So I think it's time for me to leave the board and sell the company to somebody else who can see the great idea in SlideShop. It is a strong platform, as you can see in the presentation. We have built the software ourselves. So we own all the IP rights in regards to the design and also the web shop platform, the technology behind it. It's based on PHP and MySQL, which is basic programming languages. The concept is of course proven. We have run this business since 2009. As you can see, we also have these many customers, and we have the very small consultancies, but we also have the Fortune 500 clients where a department within a big company buys directly from us. So yeah, as you can see in the presentation, we have some great companies working with us. I think that's pretty much it. Rick, if you have anything to add, please do so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got a lot of questions. So you talked about the technology. How much technology is required to sell PowerPoints?
like nothing really. The design templates are based on the same file format that comes with PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint program. So you can just download the templates and you can edit it. It's not just pictures, it's graphic elements made inside PowerPoint by professional designers. So you can just change the color if you want. You can change the size of the presentation. You can remove the objects if you want that. So it's a very flexible product. And I think we have around...
They customize the PowerPoint on your end before they download it?
No, they just download them and then they put it in their own presentation, and from there they can change the color and the size and the shapes. So it's a really simple...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a real simple product which is easy to understand for the ones who download them. And we also have had great success with the free sample download, where you get 20 slides that you can download, and then you can see right away how the product works. So the commitment in the beginning is very low, and then you can see it works, and then you can buy the stuff.
And what's your again, sorry, I'm used to my own presentation, so I apologize if I'm a little scatterbrained here. What's here? Let's skip through the finance part. What's your average price point? What do these things sell for?
The starting price is $29, and you get approximately 10 slides per download. So let's say you're looking for SWOT analysis. You're going on Google, search for SWOT analysis PowerPoint template, and you will find us. And then you'll get 10 slides in about the SWOT analysis. So that's basically it. And then we have some other products, like we have the unlimited download service, where you can download as many slides or as many slide packages as you want. And the price is around $1,000 per year. And we
$1,000 a year, US dollars?
Yeah, $1,000 US per year.
Oh, do many people go for packages like that?
Yeah, I have the exact number in another document. I don't remember quite the precise number, but yeah, we have those, and I can give you the precise numbers. We also have the 3 months unlimited download, which is also very popular, and I think it's around 25% of our clients that buys those subscriptions.
So 30,000 customers, 100,000 free subscribers, and 1 million a year in revenue. What does a free subscriber get?
He gets the free sample, which is 20 different slides, and on top of that, he can add the design template we call Freakly. It comes out every Friday, where you can get 1 slide for free, and if you want the rest of the package of 10 slides, then you can just buy it for, I think, half the price or so.
Okay. Is there a slide that breaks down this revenue number? I apologize for not remembering.
I beg your pardon?
Is there a slide that breaks down the revenue number based upon what people are buying?
Probably not in that detail. It's not that detailed, but I have those slides if people want to see them.
Okay, so anyone who's interested can get that information from us.
Definitely, yeah.
So what is this we're looking at here?
This is an example of how we have spent money developing the company over time. So this is the spend on Google AdWords. It's in Danish crowns, and on the diagram or the chart.
What's the approximate conversion from crowns to dollars?
It's around divided by 6. So, but if you sum the total amount up from the period from 2009 to October 12th, then it's $1,000 in total.
$1 million.
Yeah, 1 million. Yeah, $1 million. So that's the total investment in figuring out how AdWords works. As you can see, in around February and March 2010, we spent a lot just to test, and we also changed our name. We had another name before that, so we wanted to.
So you are profitably running AdWords campaigns now.
Yeah, every time we put $1 in, we get something above that $1 back right away. And then in addition to that, the people they buy more stuff from us like 3 months after they get back. So we have some loyal customers after that.
That's great. I think a lot of our customers these days would actually prefer a site to have a paid campaign and not all organic traffic, because at least you're in the driver's seat and have some control.
Definitely.
Of your
And
destiny.
at this moment, because I run other businesses, we haven't pushed the Google AdWords campaign that much. So I believe that at this time we are spending around $10,000 per month. You could probably spend double or 3 times as more if you want to grow the business. But as for me, it has been more important to have a profitable company, and I didn't want to grow the company. I just want a very stable company, so I could make this profit for approximately 500,000 per year.
So we have some more questions about expenses that I think we should pause here, and I'll read them off to you. Have you tried any other paid sources of traffic, other search engines like Bing or Yahoo, or email campaigns or anything else?
No, very little on Bing, very little on Yahoo. We have just not focused on that. And in regards to newsletter, we used to earn or have a revenue of around $20,000 per month. At this time, we have around $2,000 to $3,000 per month because we haven't spent time on it. So now I will introduce a new strategy for the newsletter, and I believe that we will boost the revenue the next 1 to 3 months, just because we haven't spent any time on it. It's just like running by itself because we're not focusing on it.
And what are your other costs?
We have, and that's like an open question because we have the designers. They are from Indonesia. It's a guy we have been working with for 4 years since we started, and it's an outsourced company where they have a lot of designers, and they are experts in making design for SlideShop. And that cost is very cheap. It's around $3,000 per month, and it covers 1 supporter and 2 full-time designers. Then we have some minus expenses on the server, below 1,000 per month. And then we have expenses on the SEO optimization, which is approximately $2,000. And then we have like the control of the newsletter and AdWords, and that's just yet another $2,000, and that's pretty much it.
Since you brought it up, tell me more about that SEO optimization. What forms of SEO are you doing?
At the moment, we are doing on-site optimization. For every product, we want to add a text page of approximately 200 words. We know that this has been a good approach earlier. We have tested some products. And beside that, we have been spending some time on link building. And yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And we are ranking high on several terms or keywords.
All right.
But again, if I was going to grow the business, I would probably spend more money if I really want to grow it. But at this time, we are very stable, and yeah, as I said, for us it's a matter of having a profitable company where the revenue has been stable, and the same with the profit. So it depends the people who gets this, who buys this site, what do they want to do? Do they want to profit from it, or do they want to grow it extremely, in an extreme way?
So I just had some questions come through that I think it's mostly just asking for clarification on a couple points we've already addressed, but just to make sure everyone understands. Um, um, and I'll see if I can interpret your answers too. So the first question is, you mentioned that some SEO is being done on the website. Is it done by in-house employees or freelancers, and are the contacts?
It's all the text writing is just done by random freelancers. So we tell them what they should write about, and then they just write about them. But that's controlled by the SEO consultancy that we're using. It's called SEO.dk if you want to check them out.
SEO.dk.
Yeah.
And so I assume that the new buyer would just have to contract with the same company.
I would do that. But again, it's not rocket science. So if you prefer to use another SEO company, we could just make a deal where they convert the campaigns and introduce them to SlideShop.
But it is possible to transfer them.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And is the same thing true about the presentation design?
Exactly. You can continue. I have an agreement with this company. I can transfer the contract, or you can just keep the contract as it is. That's totally up to the buyer, what they want.
And all the designs are done by a couple full-time employees at this outsourcing company, so you would just transfer that contract?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we own the designs.
Okay.
We own the IP rights. And they can't design for any other PowerPoint company at all.
Okay, perfect. So the next thing that you had started to talk about was, if you were going to grow it, you would do these different things, which is a perfect segue into the next segment here where you built about the scalability. So you put this slide together. Talk to us about what you're trying to say with this slide.
Yeah. If I was going to grow this site, I would definitely spend much more on AdWords. I know it is an investment spending in AdWords, but I also know if you make a good campaign, we have loyal users and we have proved that they will come back. So if you have liquidity to spend a lot on AdWords, the return on investment will be within 3 months. So that was one thing. Another thing would be Google SEO. We have spent time on it, and we are stable, and we are ranking on a very decent level, but you could spend much more in order to grow your business and to catch up on more keywords than we do already. Then I would definitely invest more marketing money in the newsletter. I will do it within the next couple of months, no matter what. But I think you could spend more money on that and more time making and creating the good newsletters. When that's said, I will also spend money and time and investigate how you could cross-sell different products. We are trying to do some newsletter where we cross-sell from, if you just have download one, you can download the entire library if you want for an addition of money. And then we have talked about this add-in PPT. It's not that difficult to make an add-in that you can download from SlideShop for free, and then you can integrate it with your own local PowerPoint program, and then you can see all the designs inside the PowerPoint.
So it's almost like a tool.
You can do that.
It's almost like a toolbar, but for PowerPoint.
Exactly, and we have done some testing, and it worked, but I would redo that, because when you're sitting in PowerPoint, you need some kind of a shape. Then you can just add it, and you could have an overview of all the designs you already have.
So you can upsell people directly from their PowerPoint navigation.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. I like that.
So I think that would be a huge revenue booster, because you have the clients in their program. They're spending time on on designing that PowerPoint and
Well,
right there.
you could also distribute that. Um, you could also distribute that by packaging, by paying other people to bundle that in with
Yeah.
other things. Do you have this, or does it? Have you? Someone's asking, or what if someone's using OpenOffice or Google Docs? Um, are these? Will these? Because I know myself, if I try to open up a PowerPoint file in Google Docs, it never looks right.
No.
Do you have different versions for different platforms, or is that on the agenda? Or is that like a future thing?
It's a future thing. At the moment, we have added a few new designs for keynotes because we can see the search volume of templates for keynotes are rising or increasing. So it's not that difficult to go from PowerPoint to keynotes. I don't know exactly about Google Docs and OpenOffice, how it will work, but I guess there must be some kind of conversion tool and some extra work to make it work in those different formats.
Yeah, usually it's just moving a few things around. This never seems to translate properly.
No,
Um,
no.
so keynotes you think is the biggest market outside of PowerPoint?
Yeah, at this moment, but I would like to investigate it if people are very interested. I could do some investigation on it, and I could also do some investigation on it in order to find out how difficult or easy it is to change from PowerPoint format to OpenOffice or Google Docs. I could do that.
Yeah, I don't mean to regress, but I know like myself, I would never use Keynote or one of those other platforms because if I had to give my presentation on somebody else's computer,
Mm.
I'm likely going to only have PowerPoint as an option.
Yeah,
Um, all right, so you've got this section on price. What is this about?
that's just the price of the company, how we have valued it, and why we have valued it that way. So yeah, that's
Okay,
just the
we'll go into that on a one-on-one with customers.
yeah.
And then you have this the future.
Mhm.
What are we looking at here?
That's just a sum up of the whole PowerPoint presentation. I can say it again. We have a lot of slides online already, so you get like a big library of all good PowerPoint
So
presentation of high
20,000
quality.
slides is how many unique designs?
Yeah,
Like how many actual presentations on there? Because you're counting like one
it's
presentation with
between
10 slides is 10 slides.
yeah, but some of them are bundles. So I think we will have around 1,500 products.
And that took how long to build?
Uh,
4 years,
a
really,
few
right?
years, yeah. It depends. In the beginning, we made a lot and we invested like a half year without being online, just producing a lot of slides. And now we are adding between 10 to 30 slides every month. And you could scale that as well if that's an important part of the strategy to add new designs. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the number two, there's potential in other markets. At the moment, we have only been focusing on the US market and then all the European countries that speak English, but we don't have a local version. So that would be one strategy to take one country at a time and localize it in terms of language and support. But that's like another step of the company.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and then the rest, I think we have talked about that. The catch about SlideShop, it's just very, very simple and it's profitable. And it has a potential of growing its revenue and the size of the company.
Um. All right. So you've done a great job answering everything and explaining it to us. I don't have a lot of questions waiting for me. I mean, a couple little things. Uh, are you buying AdWords campaigns just in the U.S. or are you targeting multiple countries?
We are targeting multiple countries, and I can give an overview how big the different spends or the expenses are in the different regions, but America is definitely the biggest. So
Okay.
I think it counts for 70-80% of the market in terms of AdWords.
So tell me about a day in the life owning this business. How much time do you spend on it? Well, walk us through your normal activities as being the owner.
It's go to my bank account. Now I'm having some updates from this SEO team and the AdWords. I have a few Skype calls with the newsletter guy who sent that out. That's the same company, and then I get some updates from the designers whenever they have something ready for the site, and that's probably it. Like, I think I spend maximum 5% of my time running this business, and yeah, it's just a very simple business.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah. And sometimes I get mails from bigger clients that have used SlideShop for like themselves, and then they want 5 employees using it, and then they want an invoice instead of using their credit card. Then I make a Supreme license where 5 people can get access to the library, and that's just like a multi-license deal.
all right. Is there anything else you think we should know that we didn't ask?
Mm,
It's okay
no.
if there's nothing that comes to the top of your head. It's all right.
Yeah. Again, I have the specific numbers, so if people want to hear about specific things, just mail with them, and I will answer them like
Yeah.
in detail. So I'm very open about it. It's very transparent. Yeah.
Yeah, about that. And again, because we're not using my template, so I don't have the normal closing remarks on here. If anybody does want more information or if they have specific questions, they can email Adam Beebe, who is the listing broker. His email address is adam@latonas.com. And of course, my door is always open. Anyone can email me at any time for any reason, rick@latonas.com. We will also be putting a copy of this recording and the presentation on the Latona's website on the listing page for slideshop.com. And with that, we're done. Toke, you did great. Thank you so much for doing this for all of us. And everyone else will get the recording live in a couple hours.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Rick, and
Bye-bye.
thank you for listening. Bye-bye.